Good horsey. I know, it's sticky.
Make an event horse out of her yet.
Oh. Oh. No. She says, but I'm so confused, Mom. Now I want you to switch. And so yeah, kind of think about pulling towards your shoulders when she's gonna lift up that back foot.
There you go. So we know she's gonna try to walk straight towards the barn, right? I'd say add pressure on the shoulder. Say, step out, step out. It's okay to touch her. Big ask, she says, I'm confused. At the shoulder, at the shoulder. Get behind. That's okay, you just got a little stuck, all right? Add more pressure. She says, I think I'm supposed to come into you. There you go. And if you want to make the circle bigger, ask at her shoulder to step out. There you go. Are you kind of getting it? That's okay. There you go. So next time, you know, once she turns towards the barn or back towards her stall, she wants to go in that straight line, right? So be ready. Okay, so let's pause because she's getting confused, right? And you're getting confused. So all you have to do is stand up my left shoulder. I point to where I want to go. There you go. As long as you're pointing. Oh, it's this over there. Dangerous. Don't step in the head in front of a young horse's feet. Okay. So once I offer her that direction, there you go. You want that to, right? And pull. You don't want her to turn into you though, do you?
I've just been letting her do it. Walk on. Yes. And pull. Pull. We're doing little wins. Little wins.
Okay.
Yes. And then, while still pointing where you're going, where are you going to send that energy? I know she's going to go in a straight line. So when she picks up that back foot, that's when I pull in towards this shoulder, right?
Toward which shoulder?
My
opposite?
Outside shoulder, yeah. Okay, you want to try?
Yeah.
You got it, and I'm still I'm still making mistakes too. There you go. There you go. I'd say loosen up on the rope too. She can go way out to the end of that loop. I only pull it in more when I need extra, you know, when I need to ask to go forward, right? Does that make sense? Yeah. So I'd say even give her a little more rope. Yeah. There you go. And when she walks, then you release. Yeah, good job. There you go. And kind of, let's see, they're gonna kind of match your energy, okay? So if you're kind of like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, she's like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. So just kind of work with more confidence. If you want more energy, send her forward. Kind of like, I like to like stomp sometimes. Okay. And I'm not doing a very good job teaching, but there you go. So think, if you want more energy from her, you kind of got to give her a little more energy, right? Oh, I'm the worst cameraman. Okay, you kind of stepped in front of her shoulder. That's okay. Ask her to go forward, then stop. It's okay, there you go. Now we know she's gonna walk straight. There you go. Yes. There you go. I'd say give her some more rope. There you go. And when you pull, it's kind of like a gentle pull, okay? Think almost like you're giving her like a half halt, kind of like that kind of short of a, you're giving her like a rain tickle. Yes. She's so pretty. And is what I'm saying making sense, or am I just like saying a lot of words at you?
It kinda is.
Okay.
I also, keep in mind, I also almost fainted today, so my brain isn't super computing.
Okay. That's okay.
But we'll try this direction.
Yeah, so I'd say ask for the switch, kind of stand, point to where you want. You can kind of, yeah. And then, yeah, remember when she's coming around, she's probably going to go straight that way. There you go. Just tell her, nope, this is what I want. There you go. Good. And when she does what you want, try not to like get right next to her behind, okay?
How do I do that?
You kind of stand in the middle, tell her where you want to go. I do poorly at this, but it's kind of like you don't want to move for your horse, you make your horse move for you. Yeah. There you go. You see, you can touch her with that. Do you see how wide she is now?
Yeah.
You just got to be clear with the... I know I'm not very clear with what I'm saying now, but if you're clear with your boundaries and like, hey, I want this, she's gonna respond better. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Point where you want. Point where you're gonna send that energy. Get behind that shoulder. Yeah. Pull and ask. She just says, Mommy, I'm confused. Is this kind of making sense? I'm sorry, Aly.
Yeah, kinda.
Do you want me to just do a round or two?
Yeah.
So that we end good? Okay.
Hey, let me.
Yes. Switch. I know she's gonna go straight, so I pull when that back foot leaves the ground. Come on, move out, move out. Alright, I don't want you to come into me. See, I'm kind of messing up all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making mistakes. I don't know. I don't think half the shit I said to you made any sense, did it?
Kinda. Let me try again.
If you want, or you want to like lead her over some poles and stuff.
Yeah, I'll leave it over some poles.
Okay, this is gonna be shaky ass film.
I said you can quit if you want.
Oh, future Aly here. I asked Grace to stop filming after that because it was just a big knock in my confidence. I didn't feel like I was doing anything right. And like, you know, looking back at the footage, like it still looks bad, but it's not as bad as it felt. It felt horrible. It felt like I was a beginner who knew nothing, and it looks like I'm a beginner who knows nothing, and my confidence in myself and in my ability was really low. And you know, I was already pretty anxious that day. I didn't have my service dog with me, and you know, it was a long day, but you know, I'm just making excuses at this point because there's gonna be steps backward, and it felt like several steps backward for me. But I just have to keep reminding myself, like, you know this. Horses were my whole life until my accident. So because of my disability, I've had to have 6 years off of horses. And so I have mental disabilities now. I have physical disabilities now. I had a head injury, TBI. So things, the base knowledge is there. It just feels like I'm starting at the beginning. And sometimes it really looks like that. Sometimes I'm like, oh no, yeah, I remember this. And other times I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know anything. So it's hard when you get a confidence knock like that. You know, I talked more about in a different video, just how difficult it is. Realizing you're not the same and kind of like mourning the person you lost and the person you're not gonna ever be again. But again, this is a bit of Aly Realness. And it's honestly more to myself than to anyone, because I don't, you know, I'm just putting these out there so we can look at our progress. And it's Ari's progress, but it's also my progress. It's also Grace's progress. And yeah, I felt like I didn't know anything that day. And bless Grace's socks. She was, you know, was explaining as best she could, but I just, in my head, I was like, oh, I feel belittled. I feel like I know nothing. I think it was because she was using her voice, her kid teaching voice. But I mean, that was her just trying to help. And I was just having a bad day. But bad days are going to happen. And when you're disabled, they happen more often than not. So yeah, just a bit of Aly Realness. I need to go easier on myself. Please go easy on me. But we're not making these videos to show someone something. Like, it's really just to look at our progress. And as long as I think I'm making my dad proud of me, then I'm going in the right direction. So thanks for listening. But as long as I think my dad's proud of me, I know I'm going in the right direction. And it may not look like I know what I'm doing. It may not look like I'm going in the right direction, but
I'm just trying to keep myself alive at this point. So, trying hard. Succeeding, thankfully. But it's hard.